Gothic fiction and Romanticism. Is there a difference? Let's find out. First of all, some authors argue that in reality Gothic fiction was a subgenre of Romanticism. However, others say that in reality Gothic writers were predecessors of Romanticism. Finally, some literary critics like Robert Hume actually consider that Gothic fiction and Romanticism share a common origin, which is a rejection of everyday conventions and of conventional religious explanations for existence. And that despite this common origin, they went in different directions and became different literary movements. Another important detail is that both of them were born in the 18th century. However, whatever you may believe regarding these three viewpoints, the reality is that Gothic fiction and Romanticism were not the same. So let's get into the differences. Romanticism was characterized by a deep appreciation for beauty, nature, the exotic, the heroic, the past. They really care about the past, specifically about medieval times, because they believe that those times were better than what they were going through with the Age of Enlightenment or the Industrial Revolution. So they agreed more with those values than with the ones of their era. Romantic writers valued passion and emotion over logic and reason, and they considered that beauty was a great way to provoke emotion. Some of its main authors were Blake, Keats, Byron, Poe, Dickinson, though he was more of a transitional author, but anyways, Mary Shelley and Wordsworth. Whereas Romanticism was characterized by a deep appreciation for humanity, Gothic fiction did not believe in humans that much, so it was characterized by an intrusion of the past upon the present, usually connected to psychological issues that the characters were going through, which were also reflected in the architecture, basically in the Gothic setting, which was supposed to be some sort of ruined castle or mansion or church, and also in the supernatural elements included within Gothic novels. Another key feature of Gothic fiction was its atmosphere. It was supposed to be mysterious, terrifying, and it was supposed to show you that some secret was being hidden. Its main authors were Radcliffe, Walpole, whose The Castle of Otranto is widely regarded as the first Gothic novel ever, the Bronte sisters, William Beckford, and in the 20th century, because Gothic fiction continued to develop, we also had many influential authors like Anne Rice, Toni Morrison, Stephen King, and Shirley Jackson. In short, despite a common origin and some confusion over which came first, Gothic fiction and Romanticism were not the same, but they were both definitely creatures of their time.